Hello. Boosh. Oop. Where's it at? There we go. Hello, chat. I was originally not going to stream today because I couldn't gather anybody to do a playtest. But I figured I could work on something else today. I didn't want to just not work on it today. So my goal for today is to start working on some of the tiles. And I know that yesterday I said the opposite. Like I shouldn't start until I get some more data, because I don't know if I want this to be the theme or not. But I think I've had some time to think about it, and I definitely am pretty solid on the whole divination sort of runic theme. Of course, I'm not totally solid on all the special tiles, but what I can do are the ones that I know will be in the game, which are the letter tiles, just the normal ones. So that's the goal for today. I'm going to be starting that process of what each of the letter tiles are going to look like. And the first step to that is... well, let me explain. So... The theming for this game, it's called Grammatomancy, which is the art of divination via selecting letters randomly. And in the case of Grammatomancy, it's specifically the 24 letters of the Greek alphabet. Obviously there aren't 24 letters in the English alphabet, which is what I need. There are 26. So I did some looking to see if maybe like the ancient Greek alphabet had more letters in it than the modern one, and it led me to a script called Linear B, which is a very significant topic of research in linguistics, apparently, and was sort of the basis for, or from my understanding, was one of the progenitors of or one of the ancestors of the Greek language. So and there are plenty of symbols to go around in Linear B, which I can sort of construe to be similar to the English alphabet. I'm sure that I can, because each symbol in the Linear B is a different syllable. Now, some aren't exact fits. I'll have to, sort of jury rig it a little bit, take a little bit of creative liberty, but it's more for flavor anyway, and I don't anticipate the average player of this game just knowing offhand what the symbols of Linear B look like, so I'm not really worried about that. So what? So what I'm gonna do first is write out every letter of the English alphabet and then assign one of the symbols to it. And I was going to pull up the symbols for you to see them yourself, but I have them on my phone, and it would take up a lot of space on this document, so I won't. Okay, perfect. So, let me check my levels real quick. Yeah, you can hear the music. It's probably a little bit loud. Might be a little too loud. Alright, why don't I just put these on? There we go. That sounds better. Also, I grabbed myself an apple to snack on stream. I hope you don't mind. This is, by the way, this is a Envy apple. I've never heard of this type of apple before, so I wanted to give it a try. I had a Granny Smith over there on my counter as well, but, you know, let's try new things, right? Because I really need to start eating more fruit. I have so many tabs open. It's so uncharacteristic of me. I have 22 tabs open on my web browser on my phone. I usually don't do that. But I have a lot of ideas for a lot of things floating around, so. Okay, so let me show you kind of what we're dealing with here. I like linear B because A, it's related to the Greek language, but it also looks very runic and mystical, you know what I mean? So here's kind of what they look like. You can see that. Each one of those is assigned a syllabic sound, a syllable sound. And they actually each have, there's one for each vowel at the very least. So that's, I don't have to take any creative liberties with that. So we'll start with the vowels. Crap. I don't have anywhere to prop this up. Whatever. I'll just look at it with my eyes. And I'm gonna attempt to draw these by hand, which I guess I can zoom in as much as I want, so that won't be an issue. 20. Actually, these have some fine details. And just to clarify, I'm not intending on making these like the actual letters in the game. Like, it's more, the idea is that I have the linear B symbols sort of underneath the actual English letters. Sort of like in the background, you know, to add some flavor. Speaking of flavor, this apple's pretty good. A nice subtle sweetness. They're from New Zealand. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, enough with that. I'm really trying to... Okay, I'll cover up my trackpad. I don't use my trackpad anyway. So, A... Oops. Oh, never mind. That was because it was sitting on my trackpad. This is so annoying. Okay, here we go. So, it looks like... So it says there's some considerable variation between them, and each one has two symbols. Like each one of these boxes has two symbols. I don't think that that means uppercase and lowercase, because from the amount of research I've done on this, as in skimming through these Wikipedia pages, it seems that capitalizing like uppercase and lowercase letters was not a concept until Latin, which I think came after this one by some degree. Some degree of time, that is. Look at how educational this stream is, chat. So I'm just gonna use the one on the left. Since, I don't know, it feels like that's the more... It's a little simpler. And it's bigger. So that seems to mean it's more important. So A looks like... this. That's A. E looks like... it's got this sort of... what's the name of the... I think it's in Seattle. It's like that big arch. Right? I don't know what it's called. It's sort of shaped like that. It's got a line and then another line. Boom. There's E. I looks like a telephone pole. Or a rake. I guess rake is a little bit more appropriate. So like that. So like that. There we go. Boosh, that's an I. O is a little weird. O kind of looks like a juice box, or like a gas can. It's a little bit of a, you know, it's weird because you think about these old like when you look at these old scripts, it's like they had to write these all the time. It's a little complicated just for an O. You know what I mean? Hello, Ashley Nito. Welcome to the stream. You missed the battle against Pickett. Well, unfortunately, I didn't win. Again, I lost, and I ended the stream kind of on a sour note, because I was like really close, but then I just got stomped. So you didn't miss any progression, I guess is the is the silver lining. But saw most of VOD, but wasn't there. Okay, gotcha. And the reason you don't recognize these letters is because these are an ancient script called Linear B, which is apparently one of the ancestors of Greek. Yeah, I made some pretty bad play errors. I don't remember the specifics, but there were some pretty tragic plays. And finally, you kind of looks like a flag or a cricket bat. Or wait, cricket doesn't use. Yeah, cricket uses bats. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of polo, like one of those polo nets. Kind of goes up like that, and then down this way. Boosh, like that. But yeah, this is Linear B. The theming I decided to go with for this game was, I renamed it Grammatomancy. Because Grammatomancy is the art of divination via letters of the Greek alphabet, like selecting them at random. And I felt like that made sense for this game, where you're trying to form words, you know, find a pattern by drawing random letters. It seemed like a pretty good fit. But I didn't want to use the Greek alphabet. One, because there's only 24 out of 26. And I felt like Linear B looked a little bit more mystical and a little bit more ancient and, you know, stuff like that. Okay, so now we get to the hard part, because those are the only ones that exist. Not the only ones that exist, but like these are the only ones that have a solid, like, this is this letter, you know? Or I guess not necessarily letters, because this is syllabic. So this is a, e, o, u, right? So we need to kind of stretch these a little bit. So B, there's no b sound according to this. Any problem with that? It's gonna hurt the playability. Okay, no. Allow me to clarify. So, this is just for like flavor stuff. These aren't. I'm not crazy enough to use these as the actual letters you play with. These are gonna be like etched into the background of the tile. You know what I mean? Like sort of faded into the background, and then the English letters are going to be front center and clearly readable. I'm not that eccentric, you know, like, come on. That would be kind of funny, though. Like, figure it out. Like, I include the chart of all the syllables, of all the symbols and their syllables. Like, yeah, figure it out, buddy. But yeah, B is our first problem. Making them keep track of score with Mayan numerals. Yeah, it comes packed in with an abacus. There's no hourglass. You have a sundial. You need to play outside. B. Okay, so let me show you what I'm looking at. So I have this chart here of all the symbols, and you can see on the left side there, it's like the consonant sound, and then at the top, it has the vowels, right? So you look at the top and you look at the left, and you get the combination of consonant and vowel sound for syllables. And there's no B consonant. And then there's some, I don't know what these are. Special values. There's still no B in here. There's still no B syllable in here. But there's also some untranscribed and doubtful values. And they don't know what these mean. So I guess we could take a creative liberty here and just assign one of these the B sound, right? I mean, that doesn't seem so crazy. I mean, what's the linguistics community gonna do about it? You know what I mean? Even these, like, they don't have any, like, some of these have no guess. Some of these have a guess, but most of them don't. Well, actually, look at this one on the, where is it? This one on the very, this one right here. This is literally shaped like the letter B, but it says twee. That's a little disappointing. So I guess we can just pick one that looks the coolest, right? Some of these look suspiciously like, objects, though. Look at this one. We got a faucet here. We got the faucet letter, and we got the microbug letter, and the comb. We can just take our pick here, chat. Which one do you think? Which one screams B to you? You know, which one really gives you B vibes? I kind of like either this X right here, the circle with the X on it, or the or this one on the very end. I don't know what this looks like. It's like a dynamite plunger. It all seems like madness to me. I'm not complaining, it just seems like madness. It's a little I mean, there is method to it. It is madness, but there is method in it. I think that's how it goes. Most of these I can actually use one of the real symbols and their real sound. But I think in this case, I'll just pick one. This is a good apple. My gosh, really hits at 7:25 p.m. I'll put down both, and if there are similar ones later, I can fix that. So I'll put down both of my options that I like. Look at that, I'm a regular calligraphist. Boosh. C. There is no C here, but if we take the S consonant plus the E vowel, we get C. So I'm gonna use that. And that is, again, we're taking some creative liberties here. I should have moved that farther. Dang. Is 1, 2, 3. Looks like that. Hold on. crap, I missed a smidgen. Why do I care about the smidgen? I shouldn't care about the smidgen, but I do. There we go. Move it right there. Boom. Okay, next up, D. And I think we have a D here. Yeah, D. Oh my gosh. Okay, this one's a little involved. So you're gonna have to bear with me here. D. I guess I could do. Would SE be C or say? A, E, O, U. I guess SI would be C and not SE, right? Because SE would be say. Sa, say, si, so, su. A, E, O, U. Yeah. Okay, so in that case, this should actually be, if we want it to be C, we'd have to do this little number. I like to call this one the oil rig. Check this. So we do one of those, and then this, and then boom. Okay, now we can move on to D. And let me save this while I still can. D would be DI, which is another telephone pole, kind of. So we got boosh, boom, 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 bop. That's D. F. Or okay, this is another one that, oh, you know what? One of the special characters is PH. Or foo. And that's the closest I think we're gonna get to PH. Well, it's probably not pronounced like that. In however this is pronounced. But you know, it's close enough. Because we're not gonna get an EF sound. I think. Swa, pa, sui, ju, zu, swa. Foo. I'll go with this. Ooh. 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 Okay, there we go. So this is sort of like, it's like if Poseidon went to a cookout and he grabbed 3 hot dogs at once. Check this. So we got this, and then it goes like a little bit of that, and then oh, that should be more diagonal. So there's the Poseidon part. There's his trident, and then he's got a glizzy there, glizzy here, and a glizzy there. Sorry for not being super responsive. I'm working on a game myself. No worries. That's super cool. I wish you luck on that. Game making is quite a rewarding experience, I'd say. Hope you stick with it. There's been plenty of times where I have not wanted to go on with the process. Like the card game I made, I released the demo, and I don't think anybody's really seen it. Probably due to me not advertising it. But you know what? It was rewarding enough to have made it in the first place, I think. And this one shall be no different. I think a long time ago, I sort of realized, you know, hey, nobody's probably gonna play this, but I have played it and I like it and I think it's fun. Is there no G here? There's a J, and if I do J-E, that's J. Basically. We've got, wait. No. I don't need a J, I need a G. So, there's no J-I. As you can see here. There's no J-I, where a J-I should be. I wonder. No. I guess I could go with G. Well, I guess I can use one of my wild cards here. J. I like this one. It's our first circle. Wow. What a milestone. Wait, no, it's not. Crap. Needs to go a little bit like that. Okay. H. These get worse and worse. There's nothing even remotely close to H here, I don't think. Oh, or anything that I can really spin into an H. So... I'll go ahead and use... This one kind of has a few small H's in it, so I'll go with this. Got a bird, and then boosh, boosh, boosh. Okay. Well, hey, I know you're busy, but I'm curious what your game is about. If you could, if you wouldn't mind just giving me like the synopsis. I know that you're, you know, again, you're busy, but. Gosh. Refreshing. Okay, J is easy. We have a J. J is the big X with the sort of boop. Oh, it's crying. It's so sad. Actually, you know, it kind of looks like an angry face. Oh, I'm so mad. K. We actually do have a K. A. E. E. K. E. K. Ki. O. U. Well, I don't want to keep using the E vowel all the time, and we have a lot like this. This one looks a little bit more interesting, though. It's a circle with a crisscross in it. It's like a reticle. That's K-A, which would be more like Ka. K-E looks actually almost... Well, do we have anything like that right now? I guess we don't, but we have far fewer circles. So I'll go with that. Again, like, we shouldn't really fuss all too much about the specifics. Because these are, at the end of the day, just background details. But, you know. L. We don't have an L. I guess they didn't need one back then. They were only taking W's back then. Hey, wait a minute. We do have an H. Well, it's not it's not H, but it's ha, which is closer than anything else. I'll use that instead. It's a big old T. You know what? This one kind of reminds me of a villager from Minecraft. You know, you know, you can kind of see the eyes, the bridge of the nose there, the brow. L. Okay, back to L. La, li, la, le, lu, le, lo. La, le, lu, le, lo. L, 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 L. No L's, but... I guess we'll just cheat again. We can use... Let's use this as an L. And then M. M. Ooh, that's a cool one. Although I do also want them to contrast with the shape of the English letter, right? Because the one I was looking at, you see, okay, so you see this one. Let me see if I can get the camera there. This one right here. It looks cool, but it's also shaped like an English M. So if I put that in the background with the M on top, then the M might just cover the background one. You know what I mean? So I think I should pick one that's a little bit more involved, or that has a sort of different shape. So maybe I like this big V one, this big V-shaped one. It's a very unique shape amongst this set. There we go. If I were you, what I'd do at this point is go ahead and make a couple of those tiles like that just to see how they look. I'm not sure on the thing is I'm not sure on the specifics of what I want the tiles to look like. It's probably a good idea though, just a proof of concept. So I've prepared our tile here for just this reason. So let's do obligation you need to take care of. Good luck. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Good luck with your obligations. I hope you have a good one. So let's see. What would be a good one to try? I guess maybe we can do the let's do the A. That one's easy enough. Now, if I'm thinking of a rune, right? I'm thinking maybe like a gray background or like a parchment sort of. Let me see if I can find some stuff for my mood board. Ancient rune. Because when I think of a rune, I think of a stone tablet, or it's written on like old parchment or something like that. Yeah, I'm seeing like on Google Images, I just looked up ancient rune. A lot of the backgrounds here have like a sort of gray tone. Or not gray, but like a beige sort of tone, or it's written on old paper, stuff like that. That's kind of the idea I was thinking of. Or this. I'm not sure if that's written on stone or what have you. But yeah, this sort of beige, parchmenty. I remember there was an effect I used once where it was sort of like a really nicely blended. I used it for a war paint that I made for the Team Fortress 2 workshop. I don't remember how I made that effect. But let me grab an image here that I'm looking at so we can use its colors as a base. Oh, but they're also... There's also, like, written on pebbles and stuff. Like, small, colored, like, gemstone sort of things. Where was it? I just saw it. On Google. Where'd they go? Like this? Copy image. Paste. Like, see? Kind of like that. Actually, this is great for both, because it's got the parchment colors in the background, and it's got rocks. Perfect. So we'll use this as a base. And I think what I did, I used some sort of, like noise. Yeah, I think was it noise? I think there has to be something there first. So we'll color it with that, and then I wish there was like a spray paint tool in here or something like that, where I could just like airbrush it over. You know what I mean? Or actually, you know what would be perfect for this? A gradient. I could use a gradient for this. Like that. Hey, that's actually pretty good. I like that. It's a little even. Obviously, it's more even than you'd expect, but it sort of gets the idea across. So we do that, and then we draw the rune under, like, on that next layer in maybe like black or something. Or not black, because then that would blend in with the letter. I think I bit down to the core there. I'm gonna try my best to hand draw the runes, or the symbols rather, the linear B. It's not correct to call them runes, I think, because that implies something completely different. So let's do the A. So it's like a football goal. And these are written like pretty straight. Actually, you know what? Why don't I find a picture of the actual linear B, like written on a thing. Linear B. Because I'm pretty sure they found it like written on a stone tablet or something. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, perfect. This is actually the image on Wikipedia that they use. What happened to my mouse? My mouse is gone. Paste. There we go. See? Okay. So, it's like not... It's like on a stone. It's handwritten, obviously. And there's some lines there. Can incorporate that into our design. I wonder if there's a way for me to make this more rocky. You know what I mean? Because there's some cool colors going on here. Well, not like cool colors. Like some interesting colors. If I could somehow, like... Okay, hold on. I'm gonna experiment with some effects. Noise. Let's add noise. Okay, I can make it look a little bit more, grainy, I guess, but that doesn't really help all that much. What of these colors do I want to use? I'm gonna be using black for the text. So I want it to be against something a little lighter. There we go. We'll use this scheme. I wish I could do 3 colors, like a 3-color gradient. Okay, that's kind of essentially the same as what I had before. Maybe distort. Can't really see a difference, can you? Oh, well, there you go. You can kind of see that, can't you? You can see it's sort of like crystallized. That detail won't... The detail probably won't come out in the, like you probably won't be able to tell. Just looking at it, but it does make a difference. I like that one so far. Artistic. That doesn't do anything. Blur, distort, dense. Okay, that's interesting. It needs to be rougher though. Oh boy, my computer is going to melt trying to render this. That's much closer to the base texture though. Oh my gosh. Okay, stop rendering so much. Let's see what 50 roughness looks like. Oh my god. Can you hear my computer? How many frames did I just drop? Hold on. I have to stop. It's taking up all my GPU to render that. Jeez Louise. So dense is that was a great effect, but like, man, I need to put my computer on ice afterwards. Crystallize seems like a little bit less intensive. Still a nice effect though. Not sure what quality changes. Okay, so we'll do that, and then I'm going to sample this. It's got the lines going. These lines should be a little bit more fine. We have that. And then I want to be a little bit faded. So what I'm gonna do is if I want that, then I should make this more gray, right? Or I can do... I need to make a shape. Where's the shapes? Shapes. Yeah, but that covers the background one as well. Or I can do this. Watch this. I can select just this, and then do that. So it makes it a little bit more muted, you see. So it won't stand out as much. And then I guess we put the letter on top. This would be an A. Make it a little bigger. Okay, it needs to be a little bigger than that. Hey. About like that. I think the rune in the background should be a little bit bigger. It's bigger. It's better. So like kind of like this. Should take up a majority of the background. Like that. I think that looks pretty good. I like that. As I said before, you can't really see the detail of the like you know, like the effect that I put on the gradient, but I think it looks kind of nice. It's readable from a distance. I wonder if we change it to the letter the letter A. Not the letter A. What am I talking about? I change it to white. Does that make it better or worse? I'm not sure. Because clearly, I'm trying to think. Is it readable or not? I feel maybe there's a little bit of clutter in the background. It feels maybe a smidge cluttered. I also have to think about multiple of these being next to each other too. I do like the idea though. Like I think the concept is solid. Maybe just a little bit more tweaking is required though. If we can lighten this up a little bit more. I think we'd be in business. That's also not the font I intend to use. We can use like a different font. I don't know what font I intend to use. I was using, start with an N. Where is it? I was using Niagara before. A. Wait, was I? That's definitely not the pick. Should be something a little bit, you know, that's in line with the theming. Something that looks a little bit, I don't know what the word would be. I guess exotic. I think this apple is done for. It should be something wide, though. Whatever it is. It should be wide and it should have... I think it should be a serif font. Are there any serifs here? Georgia. How about elephant? This is called elephant. Well, it's certainly large and in charge. Actually, Cooper Black was the one I was using before, but that was more of a fill-in. It can't be something too quirky though, because it needs to be readable immediately. A. Maybe? You can tell that's an A, right? Yeah. I think that kind of works. Let me write this down. We'll get to the special tiles when we get there. I think this is the sort of basic look that I was imagining. I wonder what it would look like without the extra lines on it. Like, take the top and bottom lines away. I like the lines. It's more accurate for what that's worth, and I think it adds a little bit more visual interest. I like that. I'm gonna save this as a rune tile sample. Excellent. Okay, I feel good about that. Now, we shall return to our regularly scheduled drawing sesh. So, where were we? We just finished M. There is an N. N. I like that one. We got two parallel lines with a little eye in the middle. Perhaps like a Pokeball shape. P. Pa, pee, pay, poo, poo. This is an interesting shape here. Yeah, I was saying it's kind of, why would they choose such complicated symbols to use for their writing system? You know what I mean? Because you have to think, they have to etch these into stone every time, you know? And like, it takes a little while to write these in like relative to the English language already. just with like a mouse or on paper. But like etching them in, that's gotta be like time consuming. Q. Okay, so there actually is a Q consonant here, but there's no QU. I like this though. This is a cool one. It's sort of like a got like a lollipop sort of thing going on. Or maybe like one of those things that you slap back and forth, you twist it around and it beats on a drum. You know, like it has two balls on it. I don't know what that's called. I know they're real though. R. That looks like a dude. It's kind of funny. That was just a cross. That one, that's a Greek letter. That's a little suggestive. I'll go with this one. Just right angle with a little nub. It's more round than that. It's like I can zoom in. Dang it. I can't do round shapes. Boosh. There we go. S. S. We already did C. S. S. I'll go with the one I was going to use for the letter C. Do this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. T. It's another sort of, what does this look? Kind of like a tent, I guess, from the front. It's a tent, as seen from above. Or it doesn't flare out at the bottom, it's more like that. V. There's no V here. There is a... Actually, is there a V? No. There's a we, which is close. Or a V. If you do like German. I like this shape, so I'm gonna go with it. Let's go that. And then there's like an eye inside of it. Banana. The first thing I thought of was that banana guy from The Amazing World of Gumball. You know the one. That little creep. I don't know what his name is. He's kind of weird though. There is actually a W though, so we'll do... Boom. That one's easy. Or, okay. It's a simple shape, so I might as well get it right. So a straight semicircle, a straight line, and then another semicircle. X. X is a weird one. Oh, you know what? No, W, I'll do this. Or, okay, hold on. V, I'll do the S one. I'll do the cool S. W, I'll do this boxy looking one. X, I have no idea what I'll do X. X. X kind of reminds me of like K, X. And this is a cool looking symbol, so I'm gonna use it. It gives me some more banana vibes, which is a plus. It looks like it kind of, you know, I see a banana sort of flexing a little bit. It's like leaning on the bar. Like, hey, what's up? Yeah, check out my muscles. I don't know why I think that, but I guess bananas are just on the mind right now. Had a banana this morning, maybe that's why. Why, speaking of which, I'm going to use that one before. Our other banana friend. And then Z is going to be this neat little number here. Actually, this is a curved. It's not a straight angle. We have a hump there. Boosh. There we go. Okay, so that is our collection of runes borrowed from Linear B. How about that? That's pretty cool, huh? I think there's a nice variety there. You can see some are definitely more complex than others. But I like that. I think that's a good starting point. But also I think it's a good stopping point for today. I'm not going to get into the actually putting all the other ones together, and because I got some other things I need to do tonight, and I don't want to start doing that and not finish it. I'll save that for the next time, I think, basically. Let me take some screenshots right quick for the thumbnail. And now I'll call it a day. So thank you everybody for stopping by and watching. Whether you're here live or later, I thank you for your support. I really do. I mean, I say that every time, and you know, when you say it over and over again, it starts to lose its meaning, I think. But I really do appreciate any support I can get, because I'm kind of short on it, you know, most of the time. But the people who do show up, I appreciate you a lot. So thank you. I'll be back. I won't be here Wednesday, but I'll be here Thursday with Coldcept. So if you're into that, I'd love to have you. But if not, that's fine too. I hope you have a great night either way. I hope you have a great Wednesday. And I'll talk to you later. Well, it feels kind of weird to say on a live stream rather than like a phone call. I guess it should say, I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.